Guardians of Soul. In the year 2147, humanity had reached for the stars, establishing colonies on Mars, Europa, and beyond. Amidst this era of exploration, a threat emerged from the shadows. An ancient alien fleet, hidden for millennia within the craters of the moon, was awakening with a singular purpose: to conquer Earth. The Soul Defense Initiative, SDI, was humanity's response to this unprecedented threat. Formed hastily, but with the finest minds and technology at its disposal, the SDI became Earth's shield. At the forefront was Lieutenant Mark Harris, a pilot renowned for his skills and haunted by a past he wished to forget. The weight of the world now rested on his shoulders. Mark stared at the holographic briefing in the command center, the image of the alien fleet orbiting the moon, projected in eerie green light. General Mitchell, the stern leader of the SDI, addressed the assembled pilots. The alien fleet is massive, equipped with technology far beyond our own. Their intention is clear: total domination. We must intercept and neutralize them before they reach Earth. Mark felt a mix of fear and determination. The memories of his last mission, where he lost his entire squadron in a failed maneuver, gnawed at him. But there was no time for doubt. In the hangar, Mark inspected his spacecraft, the Phoenix, an advanced fighter equipped with experimental weaponry and AI companions designed to assist in combat. His AI, named Astra, flickered to life on his helmet's visor. "Lieutenant, all systems are operational, and weapons are fully charged. Are you ready to engage?" Mark took a deep breath. "Ready as I'll ever be." As the fleet of human ships ascended into the void, the enormity of the task became clear. The alien vessels were dark, sleek, and bristling with unknown weaponry. The moon, once a symbol of human achievement, now loomed ominously. The first engagement was brutal. Alien ships swarmed like hornets, their beams slicing through human defenses. The Phoenix darted and weaved, Astra's calculations guiding Mark's every move. Explosions lit up the blackness, and the comm channels were filled with cries for help and commands shouted over the chaos. "Mark, we've got a bogey on our tail," Astra warned. Mark executed a sharp roll, narrowly avoiding a beam that would have torn the Phoenix apart. He fired back, his lasers striking true and sending the alien craft spiraling into the moon's surface. Hours felt like minutes. The SDI fleet fought valiantly, but the alien technology was overwhelming. Just as Mark began to fear they were losing ground, a transmission crackled through the static. "All units, this is Admiral Cato. We've deciphered part of their communication. Their fleet is controlled from a central command ship. If we take it out, we can cripple their entire operation." The command ship was a behemoth, dwarfing even the largest human vessels. It was heavily guarded, and approaching it would be a near-suicidal mission. But there was no other choice. "Phoenix, you're the fastest and most maneuverable. We're counting on you." General Mitchell's voice was resolute. Mark nodded, though he knew they couldn't see him. "Understood, sir. We're on it." The Phoenix broke formation, Astra calculating the best route through the swarming enemy. Mark's hands moved instinctively on the controls, his focus razor-sharp. The alien ships seemed to sense their intent, converging on them with lethal precision. "Mark, we're taking heavy fire!" Astra's voice was calm but urgent. "I know, Astra. Just keep us in one piece." With a series of daring maneuvers, Mark dodged the enemy fire, the Phoenix's shields barely holding. As they approached the command ship, its size was even more intimidating up close. Mark targeted what appeared to be a weak point, a cluster of energy nodes on its hull. "Firing now!" Mark unleashed a barrage of missiles, each one guided by Astra's pinpoint accuracy. The explosion was blinding, the shockwave rocking the Phoenix. For a moment, everything was silent. Then the alien fleet seemed to falter, their coordinated movements becoming erratic. "It's working!" Astra exclaimed. "Their command structure is collapsing." But the battle was far from over. The alien ships, though disorganized, were still deadly. Mark had to guide the Phoenix back through the fray, dodging debris and enemy fire. "Phoenix, this is Admiral Cato. Reinforcements are en route, but we need you to hold the line." Mark gritted his teeth. "Roger that, Admiral. We'll hold as long as we can." The next wave of alien ships was relentless. Mark's arms ached from the constant strain, his eyes stinging from sweat. Yet, amidst the chaos, a strange calm settled over him. He was in his element, every decision a life or death calculation. Suddenly, Astra's voice cut through the noise. "Mark, I'm detecting a massive energy buildup on the moon's surface. I think they're preparing a final assault." Mark's heart sank. If the aliens unleashed whatever weapon they were charging, Earth wouldn't stand a chance. "We have to stop it, Astra. Prepare for a direct attack on that base." The Phoenix descended towards the moon, the surface rushing up to meet them. Alien defenses sprang to life, lasers and missiles crisscrossing the sky. Mark pushed the Phoenix to its limits, evading the deadly barrage. The base came into view, a sprawling complex of alien architecture. At its center was a massive structure, pulsating with energy. "That's our target," Mark said, determination in his voice. The Phoenix's weapons were nearly depleted, but they had one last trick up their sleeve, a prototype bomb designed for maximum impact. "Astra, set the bomb to detonate on impact. We won't get a second chance." With the bomb armed, Mark aimed the Phoenix straight at the structure. Alien ships closed in, desperate to protect their base. The Phoenix shuddered under the onslaught, alarms blaring as systems began to fail. "Almost there," Mark muttered, his grip tightening on the controls. As they neared the structure, Mark ejected from the Phoenix, the bomb continuing on its path. The explosion was cataclysmic, a blinding light that engulfed the base and rippled across the moon's surface. Mark's escape pod tumbled through space, the force of the blast sending it spiraling. He struggled to regain control, his breath coming in ragged gasps. "Mark, are you okay?" Astra's voice was filled with concern. I'm alive," he replied, relief flooding through him. The alien fleet, now leaderless and without their primary weapon, began to retreat. The remaining human ships pursued, driving them back into the depths of space. The battle was over, but the cost was high. The SDI had lost many brave souls, and Earth had been scarred by the conflict. As Mark's pod was retrieved and he was brought aboard the SDI flagship, he looked out at the stars, a sense of accomplishment and sorrow mingling within him. General Mitchell greeted him with a rare smile. "You did it, Lieutenant. You saved us all." Mark nodded, though the weight of the lives lost pressed heavily on him. "It wasn't just me, sir. It was everyone." In the aftermath, as humanity began to rebuild, the true motives of the aliens were uncovered. They were not conquerors, but refugees from a dying world seeking a new home. Their methods were brutal, but their desperation was understandable. This revelation changed the course of human evolution. Rather than a victory marked by triumph, it became a lesson in empathy and cooperation. The SDI evolved into an organization not just for defense, but for interstellar diplomacy, ensuring that the sacrifices made would indeed echo through history. And as for Mark Harris, he became a symbol of resilience and hope, his troubled past now a testament to the strength found in the face of adversity. He knew the road ahead would be challenging, but humanity had proven it could stand united against the star's darkest threats. The days following the battle were a whirlwind of activity. The SDI worked tirelessly to assess the damage, repair their ships, and tend to the wounded. Mark found himself in the medical bay, recovering from the physical and emotional toll of the conflict. Despite the pain, he was determined to return to duty as soon as possible. A week later, Mark stood before a memorial wall dedicated to those who had fallen. Names etched in stone served as a stark reminder of the sacrifices made. He placed a hand on the cool surface, feeling the weight of their loss. "Lieutenant Harris," a voice called out, breaking his reverie. Mark turned to see Admiral Cato approaching. The Admiral's presence commanded respect, and his eyes held a mix of sorrow and determination. "Admiral," Mark acknowledged, straightening his posture. Cato nodded. "I wanted to personally thank you for your bravery. Your actions saved countless lives." Mark looked back at the memorial. "It was a team effort, sir. We all did our part." Cato placed a hand on Mark's shoulder. "And now we must continue to do our part. The aliens' true motives have been revealed, and it's up to us to find a way to coexist peacefully." Mark's gaze hardened. "If they come in peace, we will welcome them. But if they come with hostility again, we will be ready." Cato smiled faintly. "Spoken like a true guardian of soul. Get some rest, Lieutenant. We have much work ahead of us." As the months passed, the SDI transitioned from a wartime footing to one of diplomacy and exploration. Scientists and engineers studied the remnants of the alien technology, hoping to unlock its secrets and use it to advance human civilization. Diplomatic envoys were dispatched to the far reaches of space, seeking to establish contact with other intelligent species.